All right, I want to do a short video now talking about technology and the calculator and how it can help us with this particular lesson. I wanted to do the first video completely by hand because, as you may have remember me saying, the AP test is 2/3 non-calculator, meaning 2/3 of your multiple choice questions and your free response questions, you will not have access to a calculator. So you do have to be able to do these skills by hand. However, we do have a third of the test that is with a calculator. So when you're working with that, I want to make sure you fully understand the tools you have at your disposal. The graphing calculator does have the ability to integrate a definite integral for you as long as you know the boundaries and the function you're trying to integrate. And I want you to kind of be careful how you use it now. I don't want you to use it to the point where you don't remember how to do anything by hand, or else you're going to be in trouble come early May. But I do want you to know where it is and how we use it. So if you don't have your calculator close by, pause the video so we can be doing these together. So here's how this works. In the calculator, if you wanted to evaluate a definite integral, you have to go to the math menu. So it's just the one that says math on it. It's the ninth one down, which you can just hit the number 9, but I do want to show you what the ninth one down says. It says FNINT. What that means is that you're using it to find a numerical integral, meaning you're using it to find a definite integral. So if you hit enter on that, or if you just hit the number 9, it's going to create kind of like a little grid of what you need to fill in. And you're going to fill in exactly what is being asked on the problem. So I'm going to do the one in the upper left from 0 to 4. And then I'm going to type in my function as is. So you are actually not integrating it. It is integrating it and putting the boundaries in. The last thing you have to do is you have to tell the calculator what variable you're working in. I always put it in terms of x, even if it's in thetas or t's, just because I think it's easier to hit the x button. It doesn't matter. As long as whatever variable you chose in your function you put at the end, it will do everything for you, and you get your answer. If you try to do one that is trig, be careful that you're in the right mode. So for example, this trig example right here, you would have to be in radian mode for the calculator to successfully do it. If you try to do one that is has a discontinuity, as long as your boundaries don't include it, it will do it for you. So I'm going to do this last one here to show you another example and then kind of show you what happens if we have a problem. So I'm going to go from 1 to 4, and I'm going to type in 1 over x squared. And again, I'm working in terms of x. And you get your answer. If you would have messed up your boundaries, so let's say you would have, instead of going from 1 to 4, you went from like 0 to 4 and tried to do a function that had a discontinuity that was part of your interval. This is what it'll do. First of all, it'll think about it for a long time, which is not a good sign. It's really thinking. It should pop up with an error message, but this one is really trying to process it. There we go. You're going to get this error. This TOL, it stands for tolerance not met. This is the calculator's way of saying the conditions of when you are able to integrate are not met. So in this case, we can't integrate 1 over x squared if 0 is part of the boundaries of the integral. So that is how you use your calculator to find definite integrals.